Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Matt, and today I have a brand new video for you. And as you can see, I am running around with the AUG A3 or the AUG A3. It's an Austrian weapon. It's a bullpup weapon made by a company called Steyr. As I said, they're Austrian. Now, this is a brand new weapon to the game. It came out with the Close Quarters DLC, which obviously isn't out for PC yet. It comes out in about 2 days, 3 days time. But as I bought Premium, it allows me to start unlocking my assignments already for this this new download pack. Of course, there are 10 assignments. I've already spoke about them in my last video, so if you want to hear about all the new assignments for the new DLC, check out my previous video. I will link it at the end of this video. And I've had a chance now to unlock quite a few weapons of the new assignments. I have this one. I have the ACR or ACWR. I have the L86A2, which is obviously the light support version of the L85A2, which is a British weapon. And they're all pretty good. I'll be doing reviews of them all. But this was the first one I got. Now, this is a weapon that most people have unlocked already because it's a very easy weapon to unlock. It's obviously in the Assault class. And it only takes 10 revives and 30 kills with an Assault class weapon, which is an assignment called Shepherd. And that unlocks you this weapon. Now, already this weapon has become a very popular Assault class choice. And now, I myself haven't unlocked all the attachments for it yet. I think I've made about 260 kills with it so far. But as you can see, I'm running around with the EOTech sight, the foregrip, and the laser attachment, which, for any of you guys who watch a lot of my videos, is my standard kind of setup for assault class weapons. Depending on the kick, sometimes I use a flash suppressor. Really does depend on the weapon itself. But this is the kind of go-to setup that I use for most weapons. Now, I think this weapon really has it in itself to become the top contender for the most successful assault class weapon. As you can see here, it has a really long range and a really tight accuracy that allows me in that situation to take out the chopper pilot there. And it isn't the only time in this gameplay that I actually managed to take out a chopper pilot using the AUG due to its high power, high accuracy, and long range. So it's a really, really strong weapon straight off the bat. But to become the most successful assault class weapon, it has to knock the top dog off its perch, which is of course the M16A3. So in this video here, I'm going to go ahead and compare these two weapons together now to see if the AUG really has it in it to become the most successful assault class weapon. So let's go ahead and compare both these weapons side by side and start off with the four most important facts: the rounds per minute, the magazine capacity, and the maximum and minimum damage. Now, the M16A3 fires 800 rounds per minute, which is 100 rounds faster than the AUG, only firing 700 rounds per minute. Now, both weapons have a magazine capacity of 30 rounds, of course 31 with one already in the chamber, so it's a draw for both weapons there. And both weapons have a maximum damage of 25% per round and a minimum damage of 18.4 per round. Now, as you can see from these two charts here, interestingly, both weapons begin to drop off at 8 meters and stop dropping off at 50 meters. So at 50 meters, the weapons are then firing their minimum damage of 18.4% per round. So both weapons are very, very similar. Now, the M16A3 has got a muzzle velocity of 650 meters per second, which is 50 meters faster than the AUG with only 600 meters per second. Now, whether or not you actually find that irrelevant information is up to you. Obviously, it's down to how fast the bullet is traveling. And maybe that could have an effect within the game. A lot of people argue it won't. I can completely agree with that, to be honest. But some may say it has some kind of difference, so that's up to you personally. But according to the facts, the M16A3 does fire rounds 50 meters per second quicker than the AUG. Now, looking at the reload times, this is really where the M16A3 comes into its own. The M16A3 only takes 1.8 seconds to reload with one still in the chamber, and 2.37 seconds to reload when it's completely empty. Now, in comparison to the AUG takes 2.5 seconds to reload with one in the chamber and 3 seconds to reload when it's empty. Now, obviously, that is due to the fact that it is a bullpup weapon, as you can see there, which means the weapon has to be raised closer to its user to reload as the magazine loads in behind the trigger. Obviously, the M16A3 loads in front of the trigger, which gives it a little bit of an advantage of a reload time there. Now, the M16A3 is actually, I think, one of the fastest reloading assault weapons on the game, so the AUG didn't have much of a chance there against the M16. Now, the AUG has a real advantage over the M16A3 when it comes to range to accuracy ratio. Now, the M16A3 has a range of 975 meters, which in comparison to the AUG has a range of over 1,000 meters at 1,005 meters. So it has an extra 30 meter range. But not only that, it has a very, very accurate range at that kind of distance. As I explained earlier on when I was shooting that helicopter pilot with this weapon, as I shoot here at the wrong pilot, there you go for a second there. Too used to being shot at by choppers in this game, so as soon as I saw one, started firing at it straight away there by mistake. But as I was saying, yeah, this weapon has a real sense of accuracy and range. It really does feel like it can you know, stay true to its target at long distance, which the M16A3 sometimes you get the impression it's starting, you know, it goes a bit off course at long distances, but this weapon feels like it's really, really accurate at long distance. So that, for me personally, is one of the advantages of the AUG over the M16. Now, after looking at all the figures of these two weapons side by side, I really think it is hard to try and find any kind of difference in stats. Both weapons have their kind of minor advantages and disadvantages over each other, which makes me think that preference between these two weapons is really a personal thing. Personally, I would love any new weapon to come along and replace the M16A3. I really think it's about time that something came replace that at top of the assault class weapons. I really wouldn't be surprised if this is a weapon you saw from now on being used as a Tryhard assault class weapon. This, along with the 44 Magnum sidearm, is probably the weapon you'll see from now on for Tryhards when they're trying to PTFO pretty hard. So remember where you heard that first. Now anyway guys, this weapon review is almost over now, so in the comment section below, please tell me which weapon you have found to be the best so far in the new DLC, and tell me why, and which weapons you look forward to unlocking the most. Stay tuned guys, I will be doing a review of the L86 SLW pretty soon, along with the ACR or ACWR, so stay tuned for those guys. In the meantime, please rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you soon.
My dick cost a late night fee. Yo dick got to HIV. My dick plays on the double feature screen. Yo dick went straight to DVD.
My dick bigger than a bridge. Yo dick look like a little kid's. My dick large like the Chargers. The whole team. Yo